You doing good back there, buddy? You gonna record with me?
Yeah.
Yeah? You gonna wave to the camera?
Yeah.
Say, hi, camera.
Hi, camera.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be installing the Trailhead Off-Road Intake into my XJ. It is their THOR intake, it is a Cowl intake, and I've heard nothing but great things. It acts as a snorkel, it acts as a cold air intake, and I think it's going to be wonderful. So another big reason why I like the THOR intake is this all takes up a lot of room right here. This is the entire driver's side part of your engine bay that is now going to be cleared up by putting the THOR intake in. It's going to get rid of all this, so it leaves room for air compressors, extra batteries, extra electronics. Whatever you need can go right here. Plenty of space once you get rid of this intake. I've had this THOR intake sitting on my shelf for 3 months now, and I'm really excited to finally get it in. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, and please do not forget to subscribe.
So I wanted to do a comparison on the noise inside the cab between the THOR intake and stock. I heard that it can create a lot of noise inside the cab. So right now the AC is off, the windows are up, and we're gonna head down the road. I'm gonna try to do it at different speeds so we can assess what the sound is inside the cab on a noise level. Here we're gonna get going. So I just accelerated up to 30. This is cruising at 50 miles per hour, and now we are up to 70.
So this here is everything that it comes with. We've got our filter here, our pre-filter, this tube, a couple of Cowl Induction stickers, a couple of THOR stickers. We got this bracket here, which is where your piece is going to go. Your filter comes in here, your tube goes in there, all that jazz. You've got your 90-degree bend, which goes off top of your intake and across. 2 hose clamps. Oh, and my receipt. So the first thing we need to do in order to get started is, because that bracket goes right here, all this electronics is going to be in the way, as well as this little pump here. So we're going to move all that out of the way and then move on to the next step. Alright, so now that we've got our electronics and our vacuum lines and everything moved out of the way, we can start marking off where we're going to cut. So I wanted to be sure of where I was cutting, and I went back on the website to take a look. There's some instructions there, and they actually have a printable template. So I printed me up one, and we're going to stick it on here and give it a shot. Yo, check it out! We're going to start with that. I mean, at this point, the worst that can happen is I cut too much. So I'm just going to cut a little at a time and see where we go from there. Go up a side, shall we? The next thing we're going to do right now is do a dry fit of our components. So we're going to go ahead and slide our intake piece through our metal bracket and put our air filter on, as well as our hose clamp. Let's try that again, shall we? Alright, all that's left now is to fine tune this fit. So we're going to come over here and we're going to start pulling apart our pieces over here. Okay, so over here, all this is going to come out. These are some plastic clips that hold that piece on. We got some clips here that hold the top of your airbox on. And that comes off just like you're changing out your air filter. Now to take the rest of your airbox out, there's going to be two 13mm bolts and one 13mm nut. There's going to be two 13mm bolts, one here, one there, as well as that 13mm right there. So I do have a little bit of a tight fit, but that is okay, because we are good. So I'm going to tighten that down. I'm going to go ahead and put my pre-filter on here. We're going to move over there. So the instructions did talk about using a little bit of silicone lubricant to help aid in the install. That way everything will slide together pretty easy. So I am going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to take and put some on a rag and wipe it around in there. And don't forget your clamps this time, right? Throw that one up there. And this one down here. All right, we're going to go ahead and send these screws home. And there's two screws over here. Okay, so one other thing that I want to note is I did go back and look at the directions, and it talks about mounting this along with those screws there, this little pump right here. So we're going to go ahead and trim this bracket, which it also calls out to do, and make it fit. Perfect. Okay, we're all buttoned up over here. Now we're going to finish up over there. Sweet. I just got to figure out this one here. We're all good. So while editing, I realized that I just kind of skimmed over this part, but this is an important part for emissions. And what you're going to do is trim up that tubing so that it will fit in between where it goes into the valve cover and where it goes into the nipple on the side of that intake tube. So you're just going to take and trim it up a little bit. That way it will fit right there, straight shot, and that way it is emission friendly. There we have it. Let's fire it up. Now remember, it's not official till you slap a sticker on it.
All right, so this is the test to see how loud it's going to be inside the cab. We installed the intake last night, and we're going to go ahead and check it at a few different speed intervals, and we'll see how it is. So I'm going to gradually accelerate. And we are now at 30, 50, and now 60. And we are now at 70 miles per hour. It's actually pretty loud inside the cab. It's got that hum like a tuner Honda car would have, only it's inside the cab. It did make me laugh pretty hard when I stepped on it just a minute ago, but this is not my loudest vehicle by any means. Well, this is my install video, a little bit of review on the Trailhead off-road intake, or the THOR intake for my 99 Cherokee. Thanks for humoring me in this video. I really appreciate it. If you can show it some support, go ahead and hit that like button. Also, please subscribe if you want to follow along with this project. Calling all Zoomies! Team Umi Zoomy! Umi! Zoomy! Umi! Umi Zoomy, Umi Zoomy, in a world that's not so far away. Umi City. Umi Zoomy. You can help us cause you're so clever. We got mighty mouth powers. You can call us any hour. Bada, bada, bada. Don't forget to hit the thumb.